So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Instant match reaction. Copenhagen 4, Manchester United 3. Honestly, I cannot believe what has happened. 2-0 up, cruising. For the first time this season, we are playing good football. We look comfortable. Højlund had 2 goals tonight as well. Absolutely brilliant from him. Cruising in the game. Marcus Rashford gets a red card. And you're just thinking, only this could happen to Manchester United this season. And instantly, it's 2-2. Instantly after the red card, they get one back. And then they get another to make it 2-2. Through a penalty. Harry Maguire giving it away. Who could have saw that coming? Maybe it was soft, maybe it wasn't, but they scored a penalty, 2-2, and I've not seen 2 goals conceded that quickly in a Champions League game for Manchester United. That was terrible. The defending and the closing down from these lot today was an absolute disgrace to the shirt. But then we go 3-2 up. Bruno Fernandes gets a penalty, scores the penalty through a handball from Copenhagen's player. We're 3-2 up. And you're thinking, just hold on. Please, United, just hold on. In a game we had to win. Yes, we're not out yet, officially out the Champions League. We still hold a small chance. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But just hold on at 3-2. Show some character. Take some responsibility. So many times this season in these sort of positions and we concede. In a game that's a must win, show some character and hold on for once this season. But no, they make it 3-3 late on, Dalot losing his marker. And the painful thing about it, Dalot looked over his shoulder, saw the player, 2 seconds later he's gone and it's 3-3. And then you're thinking, it's bad now drawing this game, but just hold on. Get that point. No, a guy called Rooney comes on, scores the goal to make it 4-3, and Copenhagen are beaten us. Who would have thought, away to Copenhagen, 2-0 up and cruising, that would have happened? That would have happened. Honestly, it's just typical Manchester United. It really, really is. A must-win game. They give you that bit of hope. That bit of hope in this game. That life's going to be easy. That we're going to make life easy for ourselves. And go on and win this game comfortably. It ends up in another thriller where we've conceded 4 goals in another game. And this time, it's the Copenhagen. It's the Copenhagen. This can't happen, man. Towards the end of the game, the defending, I was sick of it. The only way we conceded those last 2 goals was because Maguire and Varane were still trying to play it neatly out the back. Why? Boot the ball forward. We were just messing around with it. And the 3rd goal comes from a corner, which Aaron Wan-Bissaka did a terrible back pass to Onana. He gives away the corner. They don't score the corner, but they get it back in after. We make this for ourselves. It's our own downfall every single time why we lose these games and why we're in these positions. It's unforgivable. We are on the brink of going out in the Champions League in a group with Galatasaray and Copenhagen. Copenhagen are now 2nd and we are last in our Champions League group. We are last. I was confident. I was thinking Bayern 1st, Manchester United 2nd. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, I don't expect it to be easy. But the least you can do is at home beat Galatasaray. We made that look hard, didn't we? And we couldn't even do that on the day. We lost to them. And you think Copenhagen, Manchester United every day of the week should be beating this Copenhagen team comfortably. But 2-0 up, yes, the red card is harsh. But nowadays, it's a red card. Stop complaining and get on with it. This Manchester United team, I know we're a man down, but we still should be good enough to defend this out at 2-0. At 2-0, don't concede 2 goals straight away. At least get in late to the game at 2-1 maybe. Give yourself a chance, but take some responsibility. Show some character. These players don't have anything about them. They don't. The goals we're conceding, Sometimes when we concede goals, I can say, fair enough, there's nothing we can do about it. But every time we concede a goal, it's crap. It's a disgrace to the shirt, man. It's way too easy. It's way too easy. And the fourth goal, I just put my head down. Head in shame. Absolute shame. But how the hell has this happened? How the hell? And yes, we're not out. I think the only way now that we can go through in the Champions League, I can't believe I'm saying this, I really can't, is we have to go to Turkey and beat Galatasaray. Which, do you expect Manchester United to go and do that? No, I don't. Not with these bunch of players going to Turkey, and we've never beaten Galatasaray away, or heard a stat about something like that in the Champions League, or going to away to their ground. I don't know what it is officially, but we've never done it. And these bunch of players, do you expect them to go and do it? No, I've mentioned it. They have nothing about them. They don't show character. None of them take responsibility. I thought at 3-2, I thought, 20 minutes to go. Surely these players are like, you know what? This is a must-win game. This could be, if we get through to the group stages, this is the game we could be looking back at. But no, they still defend like absolute clowns and give it away. And they even go on to lose the game at 3-2 with 20 minutes to go. Not even draw it. Not even draw the game. Like, I swear to God, why can we never, ever make anything look easy? I was smiling at 2-0. I was rubbing my hands together. Højlund absolutely brilliant today. The first goal was good. Great football. The second goal, coming off that rebound, he was there in that position. I feel sorry for the guy. Every time he performs well and does what he can for this team, we throw it away. He has to watch our team collapse right in front of his eyes. What's he thinking now? Because he's doing all he can up there. He's doing all he can. So what's he thinking now? I don't know. He must be losing hope with this squad. He must be like us and realise these had nothing about them. You know what I mean? It's so tough, man. It's so tough, especially with being in the position we were. But now to go through, we have to beat Galatasaray. And then I think the only other option we have is that Galatasaray draw versus Copenhagen. So what on slim pickings? And do you think we're going to get a result against Bayern Munich? Nah, never. So yeah, at the moment, we're looking out. We are looking out. But you know what? I love the Europa League music anyway. I love the Europa League music. You know what I mean? Take me back there. Because we deserve it right now, don't we? The way we're playing and the performances we are showing in this group. But let's get into the team. So it was a Nana in goal, Dalot, Johnny Evans and Maguire. And how Johnny Evans is starting ahead of Rafael Varane in a Champions League game, a must-win Champions League game, is shocking. It's absolutely crazy. It really is. Jess Varane came on because Johnny Evans went off with an injury. Didn't perform badly, but towards the end of the game, as I mentioned, him and Maguire were just pissing about. They were just messing about. Still trying to play neat football at the back. When the pressure's on. When they're closing us down. When they need to go on and win this game. So yeah, they're absolutely shocking. And then it was Wan-Bissaka at right back, Dalot at left back. In the midfield, Scott McTominay and Eriksen, then Bruno, Rashford, Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund. A team which, seeing I was confident with, we heard Rashford was going to be back. So we expected him to be a part of the team. So I wasn't angry with the team at all. It was a fair team to go with, to be fair. Eriksen for the creativity in that position and the calmness. McTominay just to add a bit of, for that air height and just going forward as well. Was really involved in the first goal. Which again, the first goal was really good football. I've never seen us start a game so well this season like we did today. It's just a shame it ended the way it did. It really is. And then Varane obviously wasn't starting, which I was confused about. But we start the game, we start really well, as I mentioned, go 2-0 up, looking good, comfortable as anything in the game. Didn't expect to be as comfortable as we were. And I thought we were going to cruise through this game today, get a few more goals, win 3 or 4-0, went 2-0 up, got a red card. Whether it's a red card, nowadays, I think it is. I had no complaints about it. It's soft, but nowadays, it's a red card. We'd be calling for it. We cannot let the emotion get to us. And again, some people will be blaming the ref for today. And yes, it was a shocking performance for some of the things he gave today, but that was a red card. And from there, you just knew. You just knew straight after they get one back, as I mentioned. Then they get a penalty, which again, just shocking. They scored that one. And then in the second half, it's a weird game because Manchester United was still very much in control. We were still controlling the game, playing good football, and we get a breakthrough. You're thinking we've not really felt much in the second half. We get a penalty, and Bruno Fernandes steps up and scores it. Garnacho shushing the crowd. How's that worked out now? It's honestly just so poor. And then they get a third. They get a third late on. United switching off, not for the first time this season, in a key game. Switch off 3-0. And then the last goal as well. It's a good goal, but the defending leading up to it was shocking. An absolute disgrace to the shirt, that defender. And closing down of these players as well. Letting them shoot at every opportunity. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. And then we try to get back into the game. Nothing. And then it ends 4-3. I'm losing words to say about this team. I really am. You can mention character. You can mention players taking responsibility. You can mention building on performances like the Fulham one. But then you still get this shit. You still get this shit. And honestly, I said the wins we're getting are not sustainable because these players don't have what it takes. And I've said it multiple times. And we're seeing it every single week. We're seeing the character of this team. Something we question very strongly. In these type of positions we're in, you need character. You need players to take responsibility in these big games. And at the moment, they don't seem capable of doing that. They really, really don't. And this manager, again, after this, is going to be on thin ice. There's going to be questions asked again. There really is going to be questions asked. Because you cannot be losing and conceding 4 goals to Copenhagen. I know we had a red card, and it was always going to be hard after that. But come on, man, I'm not hearing for the excuses. Do you honestly think Man City would lose that game 2-0 up with a red card? No. And I'm not saying we have the quality of City, but it's just there. It's just standard procedure. You don't go and concede 2 goals as quick as we done on a red card. You have to defend much, much better. And we're just incapable of doing that. But let's get on to the player ratings, guys, because honestly, this club is going to be the death of me. It really, really is. Every time they just give you a slight bit of hope. They do, but yeah, I really feel sorry for Rasmus Højlund because that man, once again, top goal scorer, joint top goal scorer in the Champions League. He's doing his best for this side, and he just has to watch his team collapse. But player ratings on Nana today, I thought he did a good job. Nothing he can do about the goals. So we'll give him a 6. I thought he did really well. Didn't really face too many saves or hard saves, but he done what he needed to do. He was in the net, keeping the goals out until our defenders decided to switch off. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 6. Maguire gave away the penalty, rash defending for the last goal. Yes, I thought we defended okay at 3-2 and going down to 10 men, but it's just the way we're conceding goals, man. It just doesn't change, and it is a disgrace. So I'm going to give Maguire a 5. Varane, when he came on, 5 as well. Didn't think he was anything special when he came on, but again, going down to 10 men, it was always going to be difficult, so I don't know if we can say too much about them, but they need to just take more responsibility, and I know I mentioned it so much in this video, but they really, really do, especially in a game like this, and they have to watch, or we have to see the goals they're conceding. You move on to Dalot. Had a good game, to be fair. I'm going to give him a 6. I thought he was okay. Yes, he lost his man on the third goal, which again is really hard to take when he looks over 2 seconds later, and then 2 seconds after that he loses his man, and that's why we conceded the third goal. It's just different players switching off, which we cannot have in a game like this because it can be the difference. So Dalot for me gets a 6. Wan-Bissaka I thought was superb tonight. I'm going to give him a 7. Going forward, phenomenal. I mean, it was really keen that first goal. Defensively was absolutely brilliant. I'm going to give him a 7. McTominay, 5. Again, another just average performance. Really good in the first goal. But what did he do after that? Someone tell me what McTominay did after that goal. Nothing. And then you move on to Eriksen. He came off for a reason because Amrabat, you needed more stability in the midfield. some more calmness, a more natural CDM to help out the defence a bit more, because going 45 minutes into that second half on a red card, it was always going to be even more difficult than the first half was. So yeah, it was the right call to make, but again, he was pretty average, wasn't he, in the second half? So I'm going to give him a 6. Eriksen, 5. Bruno stepped up, showed captain's responsibility, taking that penalty, scoring it as well. It's just a shame the defenders have let the whole team down again today. That's what we're talking about. It is. They let Bruno down, they let Højlund down, and how many times have we said that this season? I know Bruno's not been playing his best recently, but he's been stepping up when we needed him to, and we needed him today, and that's when I thought we had it. Another moment I was going to come on in and say, this guy steps up again, and we end up losing 4-3. It's just, it's inexcusable. It's absolutely inexcusable and unforgivable. It really, really is what's going on at this club at the moment. And the goals we're conceding, the teams we're conceding to, and the amount of goals we're conceding to these teams as well. Bruno, yeah, we'll give him a 6. Rashford got the red card again. It's the most unintentional red card you're going to see, but it's a red card. And again, it's early on, so I'm going to give him just a 3. Didn't really have time to really play when he was on the pitch. He was average, to be fair. Garnacho showed himself about today. Was unlucky not to score. Obviously, Højlund got his rebound, but yeah, we didn't really get the ball to him enough today, in my opinion. And that was one of our problems in the game. So I'm going to give him a 5. It was just average from him, but he didn't really get the balls and the service that he needed to. And Højlund, I'm going to give my man in the match. I'm going to give him a solid 8 today. Absolutely brilliant. So clinical. And I'm telling you about this guy. He's going to do wonders for this club. But it's just so sad at the moment that he has to watch his team crumble in front of his eyes when he's doing as much as he can. The first goal is just brilliant. Gets himself in a really good position. More service like that is needed. We've been calling for it. The second goal is really good. What would you call it? Awareness. Yeah, good awareness of where Garnacho is, where he's taking the shot to be in that position to get the rebound. So I was really happy with him. And just twice or 3 times now, Højlund has done so much in this team or in a game for this team. And he's ended up watching his team crumble in front of his eyes. And was it another game in the Champions League? I think it was. It was Galatasaray game. Did he score another brace there and he had to watch his team crumble? It's similar things, and you can mention it so many games where similar players have had performances just ruined. And that was one today. So Højlund gets an 8. Who else came on? Varane came on, just mentioned him. No one else came on, did they? There was no more subs late on. Ante didn't get a look in. Mason Mount came on, but what's the point doing that? What's the point doing that and taking Højlund off? Again, I don't get it. But yeah, this team is, they put it on themselves. If we're going to be out of the Champions League, it's on ourselves. It's not because any other team has been special. It's not because the 3 other teams in the group have been excellent. We've been crap. We've given away easy goals. We've thrown away games we should be winning at home, away from home. And it's just a story of our season. It really is. But let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Honestly, this club, man, it's going to be the death of me because they just give you so much hope and they just throw it away every single time. Every single time. You just wish this team had a bit more about them, wouldn't you? You really would. But yeah, disgrace, as I mentioned, it's just unforgivable. It's unforgivable. We'll see the fallout from this. We'll probably see more rumours coming out tomorrow. Behind the scenes, people not being happy, Ten Hag on thin ice, etc. But I'm going to stick by my manager because what he's doing on the pitch and what he's seen on the pitch is just unforgivable. It's unforgivable. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. If you did enjoy, I mean, you can't really enjoy that, but smash a like. It would really help me out. Please subscribe to the channel. But yeah, guys, absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. 4-3 to Copenhagen. 4-3 to Copenhagen.